Welcome to the BodyMetrix personal training video. We want to take this opportunity to thank you for your purchase. We believe that you will find your BodyMetrix to be a valuable assessment tool. This tutorial is designed to assist you in learning how to use the BodyMetrix. We want you to understand all the features of the BodyMetrix personal system to allow you to take accurate body composition assessments every time. We'll start from the home screen. Click on Create New Profile. Enter first name, last name, birth date, gender. You'll also need to designate the person's athletic type. There are 3 types: elite, athletic, and non-athletic. Elite. This is someone who is obviously in great shape, no excess fat, 6-pack abs, someone who is noticeably lean and or muscular. This could be a marathon runner or a bodybuilder. Athletic. This is someone who is in good shape with some excess fat. Most people fall into this category. Non-athletic. This applies to people who are obviously overweight or obese. Also enter height and weight. You may adjust to metric measurements if desired. Click Create Profile when all the information is entered. Your profile will now appear on the home screen. You may personalize the profile by dragging an image to your profile. The image will be automatically sized to fit the profile box. Once you've created a profile, it will appear on the home page. You can have a total of 5 profiles. Select the desired profile. Whether you've created a new profile or opened an existing profile, you'll move to the Measure page. If this is the first time that you're using your BodyMetrix device, you will be asked to perform a calibration. With the device, press Perform Calibration. The device is now ready to calibrate. Press the button on the BodyMetrix device for 2 to 5 seconds without touching the front surface. The device is now ready to be used. When you open the Measure page, this page will always be opened with the values from your last measurement session. You may update the top portion of the screen with any changes, such as a change in your weight, athletic type, or activity level. The top portion of the screen shows your body mass index, or BMI. BMI is a calculation based on your height and weight, and it can be misleading. For example, a bodybuilder with low body fat will have a high BMI and be classified as overweight based on BMI. In contrast, a very thin person may have a good BMI rating but have a high body fat percentage because they have no muscle mass. We all require some fat, women more than men. This essential fat acts as insulation and protects our joints. The goal is to reduce excess fat and develop lean muscle mass. Measuring your body composition and percentage body fat provides a better indicator of health and health risks. The BodyMetrix Personal Wand uses ultrasound to take true measurements of fat thickness at each point. By measuring multiple sites, you can calculate your body fat percentage. To take a measurement, select a formula from the drop-down menu. There are multiple formulas for men and for women. The default setting is a 3-site formula for both men and women, as it gives a good representation of the whole body. The more sites you measure will result in the most accurate body fat percentage reading. Highlight the first measurement point on the list. A description of how to measure that point will appear in the measurement box. Apply a small amount of ultrasound gel to the tip of the ultrasound wand. The amount of gel should be about the size of a pencil eraser. Click on the Measure Point button. Place the wand on the measurement site. Remember, the device does have to touch skin. Spread the gel by moving the device to provide a thin layer of gel over a 2 to 3 inch area. While maintaining contact with the skin at the measurement site, press and hold the device button while moving the device slightly up and down or side to side about 1/4 inch in either direction. Hold the button for 3 to 4 seconds and release. Moving the ultrasound wand slightly while taking a measurement is a technique called averaging. Since fat is not an even layer, this technique provides an average of the fat at each location and results in more consistent measurements overall. The measurement data graph shows good ultrasound signal. Now we'll take a second measurement without averaging. The ultrasound signal shows lots of peaks in structure. With averaging, the signal is much clearer. The software will always ask you to take a measurement on the same site 2 times, and if the 2 measurements vary by more than 10%, the software will ask you to take a third measurement. This is to ensure accurate readings at each location. Now highlight the next point on the list. In this case, the chest. Press measure point, apply the device to the location, and take your measurement using averaging. This is the first measurement. Now you're taking the second measurement. The readings were clear, requiring only 2 measurements. We'll move to the third site, the waist. Our first measurement on the waist, using again the averaging technique. And now the second measurement on the waist. Once all the measurements are complete, your body fat percentage will be displayed, your fitness level will be indicated on the bar graph, and your weight will be explained on the pie chart, and recommendations will be indicated as necessary. Most measurements are straightforward. However, measurements on the waist can prove a bit more challenging because the waist typically has 2 fat compartments separated by a fascia layer, which is a thin connective tissue that separates the superficial fat layer from the deep adipose fat layer. For more information on waist measurements, you can view our technical video. Another advantage of knowing your body fat percentage is that you can determine your basal metabolic rate, BMR, the number of calories you can consume per day to maintain your current weight. The software calculates your BMR based on your current measurements and provides you with your resting calories per day and your calories with activity. You can adjust your activity level by selecting from the drop-down menu. To lose weight, you would need to consume fewer calories. To gain weight, you would consume more calories. Now we'll move to the trends page. The trends page allows you to monitor changes in your weight, body fat percentage, and specific fat thickness measurements over time. The data from each assessment will be recorded on the graphs by date. You can adjust the displayed statistics by entering a beginning and ending date range at the top of the page. All the assessments taken during the specific time period will be displayed. To see a report of your assessment, select Profiles from the top of the page, View Reports, and a report will be displayed that provides you with an explanation of your current assessment, graphs, and recommendations. This report can be printed. The next feature is the scan page. The BodyMetrix Personal is an ultrasound device, so it gives you the unique ability to scan body parts to see and track actual changes in tissue. With the scan feature, you can actually see fat loss and muscle gain. To begin, click Enable the Scan. You will first spread gel along the area to be scanned. Apply about a dime-size amount of gel to the tip of the ultrasound wand without pressing the button. Place the tip of the wand at the beginning point for your scan and drag the wand down to the stopping point, leaving behind a slippery trail of gel. Once the track is prepared, place the wand back on the starting place and while holding the button, slide the wand along the track. As an example, we'll scan a bicep. Place the wand on the midpoint between the shoulder and the elbow joint and drag the wand down towards the elbow. As the wand is moving, the ultrasound signal is being read on the measurement data graph, and an image is being created in the tissue cross-section. Make sure the wand maintains contact with the skin along the whole path. What you get is a cross-sectional image of the scan point. 0 is the skin surface. The first strong white line is the boundary between the fat and the muscle. The last strong white reflection is the bone, and the area between the fat and the bone is muscle. To save the image, type in the point name, in this case bicep, and click Save Image. This image will now be saved to be compared against other images to track your changes over time. Adjustments can be made to the intensity, maximum thickness, and scan speed by moving the sliders. Typically, this is not necessary as the default settings work well. Now we'll do a scan of a thigh. Again, you create a slippery track and then move the device, enable scan, and slide the device from the top of the thigh down towards the knee, building an image. Again, you can see 0 is the skin surface. The first reflection is the boundary between the fat and the muscle. The last strong reflection is the bone, and the space in between is the muscle. Type in thigh and select Save Image. To compare saved images, click on the Compare tab. From the drop-down menu, you can select images to be reviewed. By using the slider, you can zoom in or out on the image. To exit this profile, click on Home. This brings us to the end of our training. By selecting Help at the top of the page, you can review this video, open the user's guide, or view a technical presentation. If you require additional support, please contact us at 925-606-7044 or by email at support@intellimetrics.com. Thank you.